I just blew my 20s. I ended up spending all of my 30s fixing what I messed up in my 30s. Now I spent all of my 40s doing what I could have been doing in my 30s. Man, I had let too much time slip away.
Time is very valuable, and it's very fragile. You've got to decide to do what you can right now, and don't delay.
If you could get young people to get their foot on the gas pedal in their 20s, because right now they think going out is everything. Because, you know, like at this age, it's when somebody says, hey, we're going to go out to a club tonight. What? Are you kidding? It don't make no sense to you now. But it takes a minute for them to understand it, man. It's sad.
Do you know there are people who put more emphasis and more energy into a sporting event than they do on their dreams? So you want to begin to get your priorities in order. Ask yourself the question, what I'm doing right now, is it nourishing me? Is it giving me what I need out of my life right now? Is it challenging to me? Is it getting the best out of me? See, this is the only life you've got. You should do better. You deserve to do better. You're entitled to that. That is your right to do better. And as you begin to look at your life, draw the line and say, hey, what is it that can give me a sense of fulfillment, that I would enjoy, that will give my life some music and some power? Beside that, I did a training years ago. Never forget a lady who she stood up. She said, I'm 85 years old. All my life, she said, I sacrificed my dreams for everybody else. She said, I've really never done anything for me, of the things that I really find important. She said, I say to you young people, you won't be in my situation right now if you decide to live your life now.
What really changed my life, man, was I got in Amway when I was about 24. They introduced me to self-help books. And I read 2 books that changed my life. It was The Power of Positive Thinking and The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. But The Magic of Thinking Big was huge for me. It just taught me one simple principle. It don't cost no more energy to think big than it does small. So if the Bible is true, which it says a man is as he thinketh, if you think poor thoughts, you got to be poor. The moment you change that thought, you start the process to becoming wealthy or rich. I mean, it's really how it works. People complicate it, but the Bible's pretty plain. All you got to do is believe it's talking to you. That I come to give you life and give you life more abundantly. You don't think He talking to you? You ain't got to be rich to have an abundant life. Sometimes you just need to be healthy, happy. You don't need a few million. I did, but to be honest, it didn't make me happy. It really didn't. I need God to be happy. I'm just telling y'all from a hood perspective what I did to get Him. If you don't believe me, you ain't got to. But I made it.
We wonder why we don't have any strength, why we can't get ahead. It's because our thoughts are limiting us. You can't think defeat and have victory. Your life is going to follow your thoughts. You need to think power thoughts. Victory starts in our mind. Breakthroughs, new levels, depends on our thinking. I'm worried about my finances. I'm stressed over my children. That's drawing in more negativity. You'll be amazed at what will happen if you'll start thinking power thoughts. You'll feel strength rising up, courage, determination. Proverbs 4 says, be careful what you think, because your thoughts run your life. Are you thinking power thoughts, well-able thoughts, or are you thinking defeated thoughts? You're choosing which direction your life is going to go. Don't just think any thought that comes to mind. If it's negative, fearful, don't give it the time of day. Thoughts whisper, nothing good is in your future. If you dwell on that, you'll miss your destiny. When you're in tough times, the enemy will work overtime trying to convince you that the problem is too big.